A long time ago, in the village of Achi, there was a princess named Ego, who was the first daughter of King Cheta. Unlike the three younger sisters, Ego was unmarried because of her body size. She was not getting any suitors because she was extremely fat. Some villagers began to sing songs to mock her behind her backs, and the issue of her weight was always on the lips of gossips. Some of them would say, I heard that they tied three wrappers so it can go round her waist. Others would say, did you hear that she finished one whole goat in a day? King Cheta and his wife were troubled about her daughter's weight. Several times, they tried to set up arranged marriages for her, but nobody was interested. Ego, on the other hand, had given up on herself because she was so addicted to food that she could not imagine becoming slim in her lifetime, and she believed marriage would probably not be an option for her because any man that agreed to marry her would be doing it for her status and not because he loved her. And Ego had always desired to be loved by whoever she married. Although she was generally unhappy with her life, she was able to find a bit of happiness from dancing. The princess was a fantastic dancer. Oftentimes, she would hide in her hut and begin to dance to the beats she made from her mouth. Whenever there were festivals, Ego would look for a lonely spot close enough to hear the music and dance to her heart's content. She was always hiding because she did not want anyone to mock her. Well, it was the end of another successful year, and it was time for the annual festival between the four neighboring villages. And as usual, everyone was vibrating with excitement. Some people could not wait to showcase their best dresses. Some polished their dancing steps and practiced endlessly with their musical instruments, while others could not wait to enjoy the variety of meal that will be served on that day. Ego, on the other hand, was only interested in finding a lonely spot that would give her the freedom to express her dancing steps. Finally, she found a spot where she could hear the drums and flutes clearly. Then she began to dance with a wide grin on her face. However, she soon noticed the sound of a drum becoming louder and louder, but she ignored it because she was engrossed in her dancing. Suddenly, the festival music stopped, but the sound of the drum continued. She immediately turned her back and saw a man playing the drum with a huge smile on his face. The man stopped playing and said, "Why did you stop dancing?" Ego immediately began to run, and the man followed her. But because she was too heavy to run fast, he caught up with her. "Leave me alone," she said, panting. "Go and look for your comedic relief somewhere else." The man looked at her kindly, wondering why she thought she was a joke to him. "I got lost trying to get to the market square, and I was trying to find my way when I saw you dancing over there, so I decided to support you with my drums," he said. Ego took a better look at the color of his attire and realized that he wasn't from her village. She thanked the man for drumming for her, then directed him to the market square. But the man insisted that he would rather continue to play for her, and without Ego's approval, he began to drum again, urging her to dance. When Ego saw that he was not going to give up, she began making small hips movements to the tune of his beats. After all, what did she have to lose? He was a stranger who she would never meet again, and she had the opportunity to dance like she always have wanted. After a long while, Ego stopped dancing. "Thank you, Mr. Drummer. I really enjoyed myself," she said to him. "My name is Arinze, not Mr. Drummer," he answered. Ego told him her name, then said she had to return home. But Arinze pleaded with her to come back the next day, and Ego agreed. On her way home, she thought about the man, wondering why he was so nice to her, and even wanted to spend more time with her. "Of course, he's not attracted to me," she thought to herself. To Ego's understanding, it was unusual for such a handsome man to like her. All night, she couldn't stop thinking about him, but she tried her best not to get too excited. In the evening of the following day, Ego set out to meet her new friend, Arinze. When Arinze set his eyes on her, he was so excited, and Ego was excited to see him too. They talked for a long time and got to know each other, and afterwards they drummed for Ego to dance. Days turned into weeks, and they kept on meeting each other at their spot, and to both of them it was always the best time of their day. Finally, Arinze told Ego how he felt about her. Although Ego suspected he liked her, she did not want to jump into any conclusions. But she was happy when he finally voiced it out, because she felt the same way too. "I can come with my people in the next market day to see your parents," he said. So the ball was set rolling. Ego quickly informed her parents that a man from the next village would come and see them to ask her hand in marriage. Thanks for watching. Watch out for part 2. Please subscribe.